Welcome back to History and Freemasonry, where ancient symbols reveal timeless truths. The Knights Templar Switzerland and the Masonic allegory of banking Switzerland is famous for banking secrecy and stability. But some whisper the story begins not in the 18th century, but with the Knights Templar. Did these warrior monks flee into the Alps, defend Swiss freedom, and even seed the banking system? Tonight, we'll separate history from legend and uncover what these tales mean in Masonic allegory. The Templars were founded in 1119. At first, a handful of knights guarding pilgrims in Jerusalem. Within decades, they were one of Christendom's most powerful orders. Their white mantles with the red cross struck fear in battle. But their greatest strength was not only military, it was financial. They pioneered systems of deposit and transfer. A pilgrim could leave money in Paris and draw it safely in Acre. Some call it the world's first corporate bank. For Masons, this echoes a core principle: trust. A brother's word is his bond. Just as the Templars guarded treasure, we guard the treasures of moral life. On Swiss soil, the Templars left only a few stones, but they mattered. There was Chaux in Vaud, founded before 1223, and in Geneva, two houses stood, at Eaux-Vives and Saint-Gervais. Even today, street names like Ruelle des Templiers keep the memory alive. In Masonry, even the smallest lodge hall may be a cornerstone. So too with these sites, humble houses, yet part of a greater design. In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Templars. Their Swiss commanderies passed to the Hospitallers, later the Knights of Malta. The archives fall silent, but silence in history does not mean silence in meaning. For Masons, the story recalls our third degree, a seeming loss concealing a deeper continuity. Light never dies. It is passed on, waiting for those prepared to receive it. Here, legend takes hold. Some say fugitive Templars hid in the Alps, joining the locals against the Habsburgs. They point to the Battle of Morgarten in 1315, where Swiss peasants won their first great victory. Others link the Templars to the Rütli Oath, the pledge of freedom that gave birth to the Swiss Confederation. There is no document proving it, yet the allegory is powerful. Brotherhood, equality, and justice. The plumb, the level, and the square were being raised in the mountains, just as they are in every lodge. The Templars did practice advanced finance, but Swiss banking as we know it, private banks in Geneva, Zurich, finance houses, and the 1934 Banking Secrecy Act came centuries later. Historians show secrecy grew from Enlightenment Geneva and modern politics, not medieval knights. Still, the allegory speaks. Just as Templars held wealth in trust, Masons hold spiritual wealth in trust. Banking becomes a symbol of fidelity, stewardship, and faithfulness to one another. Yet the myth refuses to fade. Swiss cantonal flags echo the Red Cross. Villages still bear names like Temple. Modern revival orders march under the Templar banner. To Masons, symbols conceal mysteries until the initiate is ready. The cross on a flag, the name of a street. These are emblems reminding us that the past still whispers, and that truth is veiled in allegory. History gives us two truths. First, the Templars did exist here, small commanderies, later absorbed by the Hospitallers. Second, Swiss banking rose much later, from Enlightenment law and modern finance. But in legend, a third truth emerges. The Red Cross on snowy mountains, the oath of brotherhood, the trust placed in sacred bonds, these are the things that endure. For Masons, the Templars in Switzerland live not only in archives, but in allegory. They are reminders that fidelity, equality, and brotherhood are the true treasures we guard, and the true currency of the temple we build together. If you find Masonic history enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe, and continue your journey in the light of the great architect of the universe. Thank you.